right. That's what Eddie
I had to write this down because I got so many thoughts in my head. So I can get this straight. I was born in Chicago to loving parents. I had a wonderful childhood. I had all the necessities a child could ask for. As long as I could remember, I believed in God. I believed strongly in prayer, as my parents were Catholic. When President JFK was shot, I was about 2 years old. I was the same age as JFK Jr., that little boy saluting at his father's funeral. I remember vividly sitting on my potty chair and my mother screaming, my God, they shot the president." I remember thinking to myself what kind of terrible world have I manifested myself into. My parents sent me to a Catholic grammar school, Immaculate Conception. I became an altar boy, and I was happy serving God. Soon in the early 70s, my mother started praying a lot more. I believe it was to save her soul and family. It wasn't long after I would have to say the rosary with her, especially during Lent. By then I thought I had done enough praying for every man, woman, and child on earth. I've been baptized, confirmed, anointed, been blessed with the spirit of St. Blaise. In quite a few instances when I felt the Spirit, not only mentally but physically. Many times I've been saved from uncertainty, as if someone is watching over me. I started training in the martial arts after college. I excelled in the art. I couldn't get enough of it. Wanted to learn as much as I could. I didn't learn to fight so that I could beat people up. I learned so that I wouldn't have to. And soon it started becoming spiritual. I learned how to combine mental, physical, and spiritual prowess, to become one with myself, to be the calm in the eye of a hurricane. If you stay still long enough, you can see God's way unfold unto you. I discovered that I had a strong chi, the essence of life, the energy life force within our own body. Every living thing has an energy force. I started practicing transcendental meditation and Tai Chi. What a wonderful experience. At one point I had left my body and saw myself sitting there. I became terribly scared and had to get myself back. I realized that we were all spiritual beings having an earthly experience. I have been able to enjoy many of the earthly experiences, believing I've been truly blessed, as I have many talents. St. Augustine quoted, "Seek not abroad, turn back into thyself, for in the inner man dwells the truth." When we discover that another human is in danger or peril for his life and needs our help, for it is only when we separate ourselves from our ego and forget our own survival instincts, and it is only at that moment that we realize that we are both one. I didn't need anything tragic in my life to let me know that there is a God. And I can't say that I have been reborn, because I can't recall ever falling from grace. Because it is only by His grace that He allows me to continue on my journey. Often it is more exciting to be on a journey than it is to arrive, and not to miss out on all the heavenly glory that is bestowed on each and every one of us. I've never been to prison, never addicted to drugs, alcohol. Not saying I've had my share of parties and women. I have partaken in drugs and alcohol, but I've always known when to say no. And I end up leaving friends who are a bad influence on me. I've always had a strong moral conscience. I guess my spirit was telling me to stay away from bad, for it would damage God's temple. Good will always overcome evil. I was living in Florida the past 18 years, and I've seen and done many exciting things. And about 3 years ago, my spirit started talking to me again and told me to leave Florida, where I would be in great peril. It was unmistakable, and I couldn't just shake it off. I had to follow my spirit, for there was nothing else that I could think about, only what my spirit was telling me. In my vision, I could see behind all these masks, and I could see that behind each and every one of them was the same thing, the same being, and that I am this being. Behind all the masks was just me. So I sold my house, my car, left all my ties in Florida, moved out west to New Mexico for a new beginning. I've never lived in fear. I've always had faith, always believed in myself, for God was in my heart, guiding me in the right direction. My spirit was telling me in its mysterious ways to let go of three-dimensional worries, relationships, financial, etc. My latest new beginning started about 2 years ago. I got a job traveling with a carnival. Was able to see a lot of the country. I met a girl in New Mexico, and after the season was over, she had asked me to drive to Wisconsin with her to help her with her house and some work around her family's farm. On the way to Wisconsin, we drove through Colorado. She wanted to pick up this young man who was hitchhiking on his way to Toledo. So she made up her mind to go 500 miles out of our way and take him all the way. Well, by the time we got to Toledo, I had gotten so upset with her, I had to leave. So in essence, she also dropped me off in Toledo. And here I've been, continuing growing stronger in my journey in Christ. So now I have no job other than the Lord's work, no income, and have no idea how to clean up my mess. But yet I am very grateful and so happy that I did choose to let go. I found that there are many people who feel the same way as I. Now I feel a new seed is being sown in the collective human spirit. Everybody is changing. There is a sense of fulfillment. Prior, there were higher levels of living to which we have attained. There was peace, satisfaction, and joy that we used to experience. God is trying to break through to us again. The Spirit of God brings the life of God into you, and you begin to live. There's a whole new direction to your life because the Spirit of God has given to you the very life of God. The Dead Sea Scrolls quoted, "If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring will destroy you."
Wow.
Thank you.